Hello. Well, we're back for another live broadcast, and we hope that you'll be able to join us or watch it later. We just spent some time this weekend in a great conference in Clarksville at Brother Randy Lopshire's church, and so I thought I would talk a little bit about what went on at that conference, and because most of the people that would be watching were not able to be there, and so I thought it would be it would be interesting to you to know a little bit about what's going on. It was a great conference with Dutch Sheets and Chuck Pierce, and they each spoke last night and Friday. Well, they each spoke on Friday night and again on Saturday morning, and so it was a great time and great speakers. But what was important really was the things that came forth in their messages about the times in which we live. And they were speaking of the times, the difficult times that we've had in our country with the COVID-19, with all the things that have been happening that we're all very well aware of. And so it was good to hear their perspective on these things, and it was also a marvelous opportunity to hear from the Spirit of God in various prophecies and so forth. And so I just wanted to make you aware that God is interested in what's going on in our lives. He's interested in what's going on in our country. He's interested in what's going on in our lives. And we're not in this alone. He is very much a part of what is happening in our country, in the world, and to us individually. That's the kind of God that we serve. It's important to look to the future, but it's not just, if all we ever do is look to the future, we'll never get there because we don't live in the future. We live in the present. And if we don't know, if we do not know where to look for the things that we need to do in our lives, then we might find ourselves looking in the wrong place. And the right place to look is not behind us, but in front of us. And the right place to live is in the today that we have, because every day in the future has first got to become today before we can live it. And so don't always be looking for change in the sense of, well, one of these days everything's going to turn out all right. Well, you can make each day of your life turn out all right. And if you do so, you'll make your future turn out all right. And how do you do that? By being a doer of the word. A doer and not a hearer. And the word is very clear about that. If we're not, if we don't correct ourselves, we'll find ourselves in a position where we're not doing the things that we hear. And the word tells us, don't just be a hearer of the word, but be a doer of the word. And sometimes it's pretty evident that we don't always do as much as we hear. But we can go to church day after day, year after year, and hear a multitude of messages and teachings, but are we doing what we hear? And that's what determines the quality of the life that we live. Are we doing what we hear? If we're hearing the Word of God, are you being a doer of the Word of God? I think that we're entering into a time, well, in fact, I know that we're entering into a time that the Word calls the last days. I don't think that that Jesus is coming next week, because there's too many things that are yet to come to pass that must come to pass. For example, the great harvest. He's waiting for the precious fruit of the earth. But at the same time, we are in the last days, and we must live as though we're in the last days. And that means, as a born-again believer, we have to live as though we have all the things before us that we need to do so. And we do. We have everything before us that we need to live the abundant life, because God has given unto us all things that pertain to abundant life. So thank you for being a faithful watcher of the things that we do, and the opportunities to minister that we have, because it's going to come a time when that opportunity might not be as abundant as it is now, because in these last days, they're not going to be easy days, but they can be abundant life days. And so we live those days by living in the now, in the process of doing the Word and not just hearing it. We're in a time when it's very difficult to put everything we're feeling into words. But God's given us the Word for us to live by. And so we've not been given a spirit of fear, but of love, of power, and of a sound mind. So, check up on yourself. Check up on where you're living, how you're living, and what you're doing to produce abundant life that's already been given to us. God has given unto us all things that pertain to life and godliness, and we're not waiting on the tools that we need, but we already have them. We already have them. So, just a word of encouragement. Things are not as bad as they look, and they're going to turn around. And because God is on the throne and always will be. So thank you for tuning in. This is just a quick little encouragement note for you to help you make it to all the todays in your tomorrow. So have a great day, and God bless you.